Yeshi Seli from Business India. President Trump in the UK has mentioned that the US is considering going back to establishing Bagram port, a base in Bagram in Afghanistan, and the Taliban has naturally objected. Does India have anything to say on that, considering the fact that we are also now having trade ties, re-establishing our association with China, and the US wants to do this to counter China?
Your question there, yes. Yes, please. Alex, please.
Alex with New York Times. I was wondering, there was a phone call yesterday before Nepal's National Day. India expressed its full support for Nepali people in this political transition and any other support that may be forthcoming. I wonder if we could say what kind of help India is prepared to give to Nepal during this transition period.
Mm-hmm. Okay, first we Agni.
So this is Agni from ABP. My question is there any possibility of in-person meeting between US President and Indian Prime Minister during the upcoming ASEAN Summit in Malaysia? Thank you.
Veera.
Samir Hussain with BBC News. I'm wondering, given there's been a somewhat softening of the language between the Prime Minister and with President Trump, they enjoyed some warm birthday greetings. Is it possible that the Prime Minister will reconsider going to the UN General Assembly next week?
Okay. So first, Huba, your question regarding whether we are having conversation with UAE or not, or with Qatar or not. Recently, we had a telecon between the Emir of Qatar and a Prime Minister. You would have seen that readout. We also have regular consultations with UAE, the Minister of State for Foreign Relations. She was here, and our Foreign Secretary met and discussed all that encompasses India-UAE ties, and very expansive ties, let me tell you. So these conversations continue to happen, and I would like to, for more details, I would like to refer you to the press releases that we've issued on Afghanistan. Our engagement with Afghan authorities, like we've said before, our engagement with the Afghan authorities continue, and if and when we have an update in that regard, we'll surely share with you. Yeshi, your question regarding Bagram base, look, this is an issue between United States and a third party, so it's a question which will be best answered by the spokesperson of either of the two countries. On Alex, your question regarding Nepal, you would have seen, when the new interim government happened in Nepal, we issued a statement. We welcomed the new interim government. Post that, we had a telecon conversation between our Prime Minister and Prime Minister Karki, where we have reiterated and reaffirmed our steadfast support to Nepal, that we'll ensure all support in terms of establishing peace and stability. We are, as a development partner, as a fellow democracy, and as a close neighbor, we have extended all support to Nepal so that there is early restoration of peace and stability in the country, and it is a relationship where we'll be working together for the progress and prosperity of the peoples of the two countries. नेपाल के जो गतिविधियां अभी हुई, जो वहाँ पर विरोध प्रदर्शन हुआ और उसके बाद वहाँ नई सरकार आई है, उस पर हम लोगों ने एक वक्तव्य जारी किया है, और शायद आपने उस वक्तव्य को देखा भी होगा. हमने वहाँ पर जो नई सरकार, अंतरिम सरकार बनी है, उसका हम लोगों ने स्वागत किया है, और स्वागत के बाद और इस वक्तव्य के बाद कल की बात है मेरे ख्याल से, प्रधानमंत्री कार्की से बात हुई, और उस दौरान प्रधानमंत्री ने, और ये बातचीत बड़े गर्मजोशी का भरा था, और उस दौरान हमने ये रिफॉर्म किया है कि भारत आपको, नेपाल को, जो वहाँ पर शांति और स्थिरता लाने में जो भी मदद होगा उसको सपोर्ट करता है, और एक पड़ोसी के नाते, एक एक लोकतंत्र देश होने के नाते और साथ ही साथ जो इतने अरसे लंबा हमारा डेवलपमेंट पार्टनरशिप चला है नेपाल के साथ, जो पार्टनर हम हैं नेपाल के, इसके नाते भारत नेपाल की और वहाँ के लोगों के लिए और हमारे देश के लोगों के लिए, दोनों देशों के लोगों के भलाई के लिए काम करता रहेगा. Agni, your question regarding, look, these are meetings that you're talking about which are to happen sometime. We still are at some distance away from those conferences, etc. We will surely keep you updated of our participation and what that entails in terms of engagement between leaders. We will keep you informed at the appropriate time. On Samira, again, your question regarding our participation on UNGA, etc. Let's wait for our press release where we will announce our participation in these events. As far as India-US relationship is concerned, let me tell you that we remain committed to take this very special partnership, the comprehensive global strategic partnership that we have with the United States, forward and to newer heights. Neeraj.
सर नमस्कार, मैं नीरज दुबे प्रवास साक्षी से. सर अमेरिका में एक भारतीय इंजीनियर को पुलिस ने गोली मार दी जिससे उनकी मौत हो गई है. उसके परिवार का कहना है कि MEA से संपर्क किया है ताकि बॉडी वगैरह ला सकें. उस व्यक्ति ने अपने आखिरी सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट में नस्लीय भेदभाव का भी एक जिक्र किया है अमेरिका में जिनकी मौत हुई है. तो उस पर क्या प्रतिक्रिया है सर विदेश मंत्री?
प्रणय, सवाल.
सर प्रणय उपाध्याय, आज तक इंडिया टुडे से. आपने हाल ही में पाकिस्तान के विदेश मंत्री इशाक डार का एक इंटरव्यू देखा होगा जिसमें उन्होंने कहा कि अमेरिका की तरफ से सीज फायर के साथ साथ ये प्रस्ताव भी दिया गया था कि किसी तीसरे देश के अंदर बातचीत होगी और उसके लिए बाद में भारत तैयार नहीं हुआ. क्या आप बता सकते हैं कि क्या इस तरीके की कोई बातचीत हुई थी अमेरिका के साथ में भी कि किसी तीसरी जगह के ऊपर बातचीत की संभावना है पाकिस्तान के साथ? और दूसरा सवाल है कि कनाडा के अंदर भारतीय उच्चायोग को लेकर जो थ्रेट दिए गए हैं, साथ ही ये रिपोर्ट्स भी आई हैं कि भारत के NSA की तरफ से बातचीत हुई है कनाडा के NSA से. तो क्या इसे आप कंफर्म कर सकते हैं क्या बातचीत हुई है और भारत ने क्या अपने कंसर्न्स उठाए हैं कनाडा के साथ में मिशन की सिक्योरिटी को लेकर?
Elena.
Good afternoon, Elena, TASS News Agency. My first question is on the recent announcements, the recent words by UN Chief Antonio Guterres, who supported the reforms of UN Security Council, and he also supported the proposals to limit veto powers. So what is your stance on this? What do you think about these proposals? And secondly, if you allow me, please,
One question, please.
Very
Otherwise,
very important
please.
for India and Russia relations. Indian troops, Indian contingent, military contingent participated in the drills Zapad 2025. But there were some kind of criticism from the West on the participation of Indian troops in these drills. So what can you say about that? Thank you very much.
एक सवाल पूछिएगा.
Only one?
Yes, please. No, we have to give chance to everybody.
Okay. A European Commission official.
Please, your name, please. First.
Nivedita from ABP Live. A European Commission official, Kaja Kallas, has said that India's participation in the with Russia in the military exercises and the Russian purchase of oil could be a hurdle in the India-EU FTA talks. Could you comment on that, please?
Swasni.
So Hasini Heather from The Hindu. I wanted to ask, 7 years ago, India agreed to zero out its purchase of Iranian oil due to threats from the US. Now that the US is threatening India with sanctions over Chabahar, would India consider shutting down its operations through Chabahar port? And just to follow up on Pranay's question on the talks between the NSAs of India and Canada, Was the trial ongoing over the killing of Nijar discussed, and what is the latest on that? Thank you.
Okay, so नीरज, पहले आपका सवाल, एक बड़ा एक हादसा हुआ है कैलिफोर्निया में, एक गोली चली जिसपे एक हिंदुस्तानी नागरिक हताहत हुए। इस मामले में हम वहाँ के जो लोकल अथॉरिटीज़ है, सरकार है, उनसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं। हमारे जानकारी के हिसाब इस पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन छानबीन चल रही है, और आपने शायद देखा होगा कि वहाँ के पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट ने भी एक वीडियो जारी किया है जिसमें उन्होंने बयान दिया है कि क्या इसमें अंदर इश्यूज थे, और जो जिस व्यक्ति की हताहत हुई उसके परिवार से भी हम लोग संपर्क में जुड़े हुए हैं। I can understand if others ask, but everybody else also asks. This particular, there has been an incident in California. We are in touch with the family. We also understand that investigation is underway by local authorities. You would have also seen that the local police department, they have put out a video and a statement giving details of the circumstances. We are also in touch with the family, and we'll render all possible assistance in this matter. प्रणय, जहाँ तक आपका अपने जो सवाल पूछा, देखिए, जहाँ तक थर्ड पार्टी की बात है, इसके बारे में हम लोगों ने बड़ा स्पष्ट रूप से पहले भी कहा है और आज भी कहेंगे कि जो द्विपक्षीय मुद्दे हैं भारत और पाकिस्तान के बीच में, इसमें थर्ड पार्टी का कोई रोल नहीं है। तो उसको फिर से मैं एक बार रेखांकित करना चाहता हूं और स्पष्ट कर देना चाहता हूं। देयर इज एब्सोल्युटली नो रोल फॉर थर्ड पार्टी मीडिएशन इन इंडिया पाकिस्तान इश्यूज। ऑन Canada, yes, it is the responsibility of the Canadian government or the host government, wherever we are, wherever we have diplomatic establishments to provide security. As and when there is a concern, we do take it up with the concerned side, in this case Canada, to ensure that there is adequate security of our diplomatic premises. On Suhasini's question, yes, the NSA of Canada held talks with our national security advisor. I think it happened yesterday, 18th. This is part of the regular bilateral security consultations that happened between the two countries. It was also an opportunity and an occasion for them to follow up on the discussions that happened between Prime Minister and Prime Minister Carney in Kananaskis on the sidelines of G7 in Alberta, Canada. Elena, on UNSC reform, see, this is a process which has been going on, and a lot of conversations are happening. We ourselves, we are having this conversation in several forums, including in the G4 format. These conversations, and our position on UN Security Council reform, where we have articulated it on number of times. On the troops, on the military exercises, as regards our participation, as regards the objective of our participation, I would say that on this Zapad exercise in Russia, I would say that please look at the press release that was issued by Ministry of Defense, I think on 9th September, that gives the exact, the details of our participation as to also the objectives behind it. I would also at the same time would like to point out that several other countries, including NATO countries, such as United States, Turkey, and Hungary, have also participated in this exercise as observers. Nivedita, see, on military exercise, I told you this is our position. We have military exercises, defense engagement with several countries. On our purchases of on our oil purchases, we have made our position very clear. What is the rationale behind it? What is the broad approach that we have taken on this particular issue? As far as India-EU relationship is concerned, recently they had issued a document. There was when the conversation happening between the President of European Commission and our Prime Minister, this particular issue also came up for discussion. Both India and the EU, as you know, we have a strategic partnership. We had this teleconversation between President of European Commission, and Prime Minister on 17th, where our Prime Minister conveyed appreciation for the new strategic EU-India agenda that has been opted by the EU. As the world's largest democratic forces, the two leaders, they also welcomed efforts towards further strengthening the India-EU strategic partnership for mutual prosperity, as well as for jointly addressing global issues, fostering stability, and promoting a rules-based order. The two sides are also presently engaged in negotiations for a balanced, ambitious, and mutually beneficial FTA, and concluding a security and defense partnership as well. Suhasini, on Chabahar, see, I've told you we've seen this press statement which has come. We are looking at and studying or examining its implications. On the NSA talks, I informed you where we are on that particular matter. If we do not have any question, again we have the night watchman. Kalol, please.
Kalol Bhattacharya from The Hindu. You explained your position on Nepal, but you haven't spoken about the election. They have pledged to hold election in March. So any comment on that?
So, we have given a statement where we said that we, in fact, I would like to, sorry, just a second now. You would have seen, even after the conversation with the Prime Minister, as also earlier, we issued a statement, and we also gave a readout to you on the Prime Minister's conversations. We have said that India is ready to continue working closely to further strengthen special ties between the two countries and full support to Nepal. I underline full support to Nepal in its efforts towards restoring peace and stability and for the progress of the people of Nepal. So, that is where I leave it, but we look forward to strengthening our ties with Nepal for peace and stability in that country. Sorry? Yeshi, bataiye.
This is regarding Myanmar. The former councillor Aung San Suu Kyi is very unwell. Her son has been requesting the government to get external doctors. Has he or has anyone approached India to intervene to help, because she's in very bad health?
So I don't have information on this account. So I will come back to you. But I'm hearing for the first time from you. We'll come back to you. We have one last question, please.
Thank you, Sandra from DW. A question regarding baby Arya Shah stuck in Germany's foster system.
Yes.
When the German foreign minister was here at the beginning of the month, Mr. Jaishankar said that substantial progress has been made. Is there any update to be shared? What's the status?
So last time we had given you that there has been progress in the matter. This is a matter to which we attach a lot of importance. It was discussed when our foreign minister visited Germany, as also it was part of the discussion when your foreign minister visited India. The embassy has been in touch with the parents of the child, the foster parents of the child, to see how best we can support her cultural upbringing. We've had several visits. We've also facilitated visit of the parents, and also her visit to places of cultural importance and cultural exposure. And we've had some progress in the matter as well. I shall update you on this matter with more details later. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention.